and death reported all across Tanzania, even as they continue receiving provisional results from the elections of October 29th. The provisional results continue showing that Samia Suluhu Hassan already has a massive lead. The papers in Kenya, meanwhile, just focusing on what's happening there. Tanzania on edge, the front page of the Daily Nation. The Standard, darkness in Dar. Alafu Taifa Leo anasema Tanzania gizani. The story is also featured on the bottom strip of the Star this morning. Tanzania on the brink as protests rock election day. Definitely big news in Kenya. Again, I remind you, we're still not able to get any news directly from Tanzanian journalists. The newspapers there, we can't get them because the internet for the second day remains shut down. Today being a Friday, it is a youth perspective. It will be interesting to get to know what they feel about what's happening in a neighboring country. Beginning on my immediate right, Nick Mwangi, who's the Secretary General, Kenya Ahadi Party. Karibu sana, Nick.
Morning.
Next to Nick, we do have Gakuna Njima Castro. He's a political scientist and also the founder of the National People's Guard. Karibu sana, Bwana Castro.
Thank you.
Behind Castro, we have Rejoice Mutheo Mwambia, who's a community and youth leader. Karibu sana.
Asante.
And Kipkorir Brian, chairperson UDA National Youth Congress, also joins us this morning. Good morning.
Asante.
Na karibu sana. Ladies and gentlemen, interesting times. We've not seen this in Tanzania. And even when similar things were happening in Kenya, they looked at us in shock. And they were wondering how possible this is. I think in Uganda, they're also shocked at the events in Kenya last year. There was a very small attempt to copy what was happening in Kenya. They were not successful. Did you anticipate this level of disruption of an election in Tanzania, Nick?
Well, a very good morning, Fred. And the events happening in Tanzania are very saddening. Because when you go back to history, when John Pombe Magufuli, the late president, died on March 21st, 2021, there was a huge tussle. Who should become the next president? Was it the current then Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa, or is it the sitting Deputy President Samia Suluhu, who comes from a small village in Zanzibar? And the huge tussle was back and forth, and then the retired president, Jakaya Kikwete, had to step in and had to push in Samia Suluhu to read the speech of the late president. And sooner or later, Samia was sworn in as the sitting president. Now, Samia's huge shortcoming came in whereby he started hearing rumors that she might lose the upcoming elections of Tanzania 2025. So she comes up with trumped charges about treason to Tundu Lissu. Tundu Lissu is in prison, but he commands a lot of force. He's pushing people to the edge and telling Tanzanians that, look, we are tired of governments that oppress people. We are tired of governments that have not been functional. So Tundu Lissu has been fighting for Tanzania for a long time. And unfortunately for Samia, she knew that she was going to lose the elections to Tundu Lissu. So she has him in jail. And things start boiling. Things start railing up in Tanzania. Today as we speak, it's nothing as a shocker for most Tanzanians or for Samia Suluhu, because she has created her own tragedy. She has created her own misery. And unfortunate for her that, you know...
So they saw it coming?
They saw it coming. Mm-hmm. She has been creating her own trouble for herself. Because if, and only if, Fred, if Samia was very competent, then she would not have to worry about Tundu Lissu.
Okay. Now, even the members of the